Hi ladies, it's Karen and I have another project to share. A couple of months, I think it's been a couple of months, I made an altered spoon. I created an altered spoon with the bird and the bird's nest, and I had given it to Lydia. She's I Triple Dog Dare You, with her name on the handle. Well, I created another one, and this one is for Olga, Mad Stamper 64. And this is how it turned out, and I thought it came out really super cute. I used a spoon from the Dollar Tree, which are really hard to bend, but I did have to reshape the spoon. And let me just turn it around so that you could see all the detail, because there's a lot of detail. I think the little bird I found at the Dollar Tree as well, and I think she's so cute. She's got the sweetest little look on her face, and I like that her tail is made out of like a canvas material. So I created this one similar to the one that I did for Lydia, except I didn't use alcohol ink to color the spoon and the nest. I used paint, and I used this slate green by Americana. I thought it was a nice natural color, and of course first I went over the spoon a few times with white gesso, and then I went over it with the slate green, and I did mix it a little bit with the gesso so that it wasn't you know, overly dark, if you could see that. And of course there's the bottom. So I thought that was really sweet. And then for the nest, I also went over it with gesso so that when I adhered hints of the paint would show up better. If you could see little hints of the green showing there. And then I assembled it the same way as I did the other one. I adhered this white doily from Julie the Paper Bag Lady onto the spoon using E6000 and a little bit of hot glue. And then I took a piece of burlap and frayed it so that I got a bunch of these little, you know, twig type, well, they're supposed to resemble twigs, you know, and I stuck a pile of them on top of the doily along with, I hope I'm not making you crazy by turning this around, I also adhered a little piece of that shiny gold mesh ribbon that I like to use, and adhered it there. And then I painted and shaped my nest. It's easier to shape the nest after you heat it up with your heat gun, because the nests, you know, they need to be reshaped a little bit. And so I did that. And then I lined this side of the nest here with this piece of lace from Joann's, and there's another piece back here. Whoops, sorry. There's another piece of lace there. And then I adhered my bird, and the bird I thought would be way too big for this nest, but I kind of perched her so that she's sitting on top of the edge of the nest. So I adhered her with the E6000 all along this edge so that, you know, underneath her there's nothing. I had to put a little bit of filler underneath her, but like, you know, a ribbon or something, you know, a little strip of cloth. So I just adhered her along there so that I would have room to play and to fill her nest with goodies. So what she has in her nest, what she's gathered, is this little piece of mesh, gold mesh ribbon, an acrylic flower, this really tiny domino here, which is really sweet. There's a pearl down inside there underneath her, if you could see that. On top of the domino, I adhered a little piece of this white chain, and I was going to add a charm, but I thought it would, I don't know, I thought it might block too much of the nest. It might be too big, but we'll see. And then I put some string on this tiny spool and adhered the spool in there. And then underneath here, there's a tiny little, like a sage green rose from I Am Roses. I adhered a shell, and I went over them a little bit with gesso. And then there's another flower there. There's some pearls sticking out of her nest here. And I kind of draped the other one so it wraps around. And then on the back side, there's this little like metal bead. It looks like a gear, but it's actually a bead. But it was shiny, so I thought it was something she might collect. And another flower and some more little pearls hanging out. So I thought it came out really super cute. And I really love this bird. I should have picked up a couple of them, but I wasn't sure how, you know, it would work out. And then for the letters, these are obviously Scrabble tiles, and I adhered them with E6000 and a little bit of the hot glue so that they would stay upright until the E6000 dried. And then I went over the tops of after I covered the backs of the tiles with some of the Tim Holtz tissue tape, and then went over it with gesso so that it would kind of seal onto the back of the tiles better. And then I went over, I used the texture mixture that I had made from the Linda, she's Faithy Chick 777, where you mix some acrylic paint with sand. It comes out to be a lot like snow text. And I had mixed some up, so I'm trying to use it up. So I adhered some on top of the letters and a little bit onto the handle of the spoon. If you could see that there. So I thought she came out really, really cute. And I hope Olga likes her. So I'm gonna see if you can't get a closer look at some of the detail this way. You could see that pearl in there, and you could see the color of the nest. And the lace coming out, and the little bead, see that's a bead. And the burlap coming out from under. So I thought she came out really cute. And these are a lot of fun to make. I just love playing with the little doodads. So, thanks so much for watching, ladies. I appreciate it, and I'm sure I'll talk to you soon. I have a couple other videos to do today. I was able to do some projects for a couple of challenges that are going on, so I'll share them. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye now.